Welcome to a special edition of 514 Sports with Paul Decary. Today is Monday, May 31st, 2021, and it's game day. Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs heading to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup first round of the playoffs 2021. Tonight's game is at 7 o'clock for anyone who's interested. Sportsnet East and TVA Spa, or you can listen to it on TSN 690 on the radio. So, this is only the second time the Canadiens and the Leafs have met in a Game 7 in their history. The only other time was in 1964, Stanley Cup semifinals. Unfortunately, the Habs dropped the decision 3-0 to the Leafs to lose the series 4-3. So how about tonight? Let's get our first Game 7 victory over the Toronto Maple Leafs. That would be great. So the question is, how did we get here? Last time I spoke to you guys, we had just gone down 3-1 in the 7-game series, and there was little hope. I'm sorry, I apologize for maybe how I sounded last week there. I was a little down, but today, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is the game. This is it. So how did we get there? So Game 5, Habs blow a 3-0 lead. Couldn't believe it. Up 3-0 in the third period, and then Toronto scores 3 goals to tie it up, and then they headed into overtime. But fortunately, our kids came through. Our shining stars are our kids. Less than 1 minute into the game, Caulfield picks off a pass from Galchenyuk over to Suzuki, back to Caulfield, 2-1-0 with Jack Campbell, back to Suzuki, boom, he scores. Oh, the elation. It was amazing to see the two kids jumping into each other's arms. It was awesome. I jumped off my couch. I was like, wow, this is fantastic. So now what do we get for winning this Game 5? We get a Game 6 in Montreal in front of people, in front of live fans, 2,500 fans. This is what everybody was waiting for. They wanted to see live fans at a sporting event in Canada for the first time since March 2020. So Saturday night, Montreal, Michel Lacroix introduces the Habs. I was accueillant no Canadien. I got goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps now just saying it again. I was so pumped for this game. This was fantastic. It was emotional. I saw the Habs skating on the ice. I had a little tear in my eyes. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was awesome. And the Habs came out flying. 10 shots in the first 5 minutes. I'm like, wow, this is it. We're going to do it, guys. We're going to force this Game 7. Unfortunately, Jack Campbell played pretty good. No goals. They actually went 0-0 going into the third period. Wow, talk about a stressful game. That was one of the games that made me sweat the most in quite some time. So then the Habs get a couple of power plays in the third period. And finally the power play wakes up. Corey Perry puts one in. Leafs challenge for goaltender interference, which, again, I don't know where these guys are getting their information. Don't think it was a great challenge. I was happy they did. So they lost the challenge. We got another power play out of it. Boom, Tyler Toffoli scores. 2-0 Habs, third period. We're looking good. Leafs get one back not too long after that. So, okay, 2-1. Okay, Carey's playing well. Little deflection off Petrie. Boom, 3 minutes left. They tied up again. Oh, couldn't believe it. No kidding. 2 games in a row. The Habs are blowing, multiple goal leads in the third period. But, so we go into overtime once again. So, this time it didn't finish within the first minute. The Leafs are all over us. Our D were taxed. They played pretty much with 4D. Petrie, Weber, Edmondson, and Sherratt, they all played 27 to 35 minutes with Kulak and Gustafsson playing about 6 minutes each. So if this game would have kept going, we were done. Our defensemen were gassed. They were out shooting us 13-1. Paul Byron forces a turnover deep in the zone. Feeds Jesperi Kotkaniemi in the high slot. Boom, takes a wrist shot, deflected, puts it in over Jack Campbell's shoulder. Habs win. It was fantastic. I jumped out of my seat. I was so excited. I was so pumped. This was amazing. Were the stars aligned for KK? Well, listen to this. KK wears number 15. He was playing his 15th playoff game. He scored at 15 minutes and 15 seconds of the overtime on the game's 15th overtime shot. The Leafs had 13, the Habs had 2, total of 15 shots, and he finished the game with exactly 15 minutes of ice time. So that's pretty eerie. That's pretty crazy stuff. I don't know. Do we believe? Go Habs, go!